Hi there, and welcome to today's vlog. Now, I'm recording this vlog in the beautiful island of Madeira. We are 1 week into a 2 weeks holiday, and we didn't actually expect to be in Madeira because, well over a year ago, Sue and I thought it'd be good to book a holiday for a few weeks after we officially retire. So we booked a holiday in Lanzarote. We belong to a group called Holiday Property Bond, which has properties in Europe and UK, and we've for many years enjoyed staying in their various properties, and especially when the kids were young, there's all sorts of facilities. Anyway, we booked a holiday in Lanzarote, and we invited my sister Jenny and her husband David to come with us, and we're all set, gearing up, looking forward to Lanzarote. And then of course things changed with the government advising people not to go to Lanzarote because that's part of Spain officially, and Spain have had problems with COVID-19, so that put those plans on hold. So fortunately, very fortunate, we were able to swap our destination to Madeira. We stay in the Holiday Property Bond facility in Cabo Girao, which is right high up, overlooking the village of Camaro de Lobos, where Winston Churchill used to come and paint, and beautiful views I can see to my left, beautiful views over the water, and it's a fantastic place to be. And we're really impressed by the precautions that the Madeirans took against COVID-19 being brought into the country. Before we came, we had to register with the with the Madeira Safe website. We had to download the app. When we got to the airport at Funchal, we were given a COVID test, which wasn't really all that great because they shoved this thing right down your nose, a long way it seems, but we were grateful that they gave us that free, and within just a few hours we had the result to say we're all negative, so that was great. So we've been wonderfully enjoying our time here. The weather's been pretty good. We've heard reports from family and friends in the UK of some cold weather. Well, it's been beautiful here most of the time, lots of sunshine. We've got a great deal on the Yellow Bus, which we bought 5-day tickets, and so we've been able to travel around, and we've been into Funchal a few times, including finding, I think, well, in my opinion, the best ice cream shop I've ever come across in Funchal. In fact, we're hoping to go back today, and we may well visit that ice cream shop. It was fantastic. But one of the things that I've really noticed, well, apart from the friendliness and the welcome that the Madeiran people give, most of the people have been really, really friendly. So grateful that we've come, but they're desperately sad that the COVID situation has meant that far fewer tourists come to Madeira. We were talking to one lady who helps run this what's called a land train. It's a kind of bit like a train, but it goes on the road from Camaro de Lobos up to Cabo Girao, and she's saying they've got hardly any customers at the moment, and obviously very sad. It's affecting many, many people in all sorts of ways, and that story is repeated even here at the HPB site in Cabo Girao. There are less people than there would normally be, so we've been trying to spend perhaps a bit more than we would normally do, trying to support local people, local economy, and yet there is that realization of how much people are struggling. People who rely on tourism, people who rely on others going into their shops and cafes and restaurants, and although I knew that was the situation, just being here has really reminded me of how desperately people are being affected in all sorts of ways, and that's something that is, I'm sure, being repeated all over the world at the moment. and we're hearing of greater lockdown measures in the UK to try and safeguard the population, and we were told of a big rally against that, and I just can't understand it, because we are two things really. One is that it's about looking out to others' interests, isn't it? And in fact, Paul says in one of his letters to the Philippians, look not only to your own interests, but also to the interests of others. And it's said that wearing a face covering, and most of the people here, including the young people here in Madeira, wear a face covering when many who are just out and about, but certainly when if you're in an enclosed space in a shopping precinct or whatever, people are wearing those face coverings. And that's great to see that everybody's buying into it, and that's why Madeira has had not a single death from COVID-19, because they're being sensible, they're taking precautions. And so the face covering is all about protecting particularly others as well as ourselves, and by refusing to do so, we are running the risk of passing that on. I'm sure you know that, but the more important point is to remember all those who are suffering through the COVID-19 situation, those perhaps who have lost their jobs, those who are on furlough or really uncertain about their future, those who are at university now and having just perhaps got my sister's granddaughter is just gone to uni, and now she's having to stay enclosed really in her halls of accommodation, and so many different areas where COVID is affecting people and really making life hard. So we need to be aware and sensitive and caring, praying for those who are particularly affected. To some extent, Sue and I aren't really all that affected by it, although we are restricted now in which members of our family we can see, with that maximum of 6. Our elder daughter Kaz in South Wales is back in lockdown, so it's affecting people really in great ways. So we need to be really caring of those who are suffering, particularly. Even if we are not so much, we need to be aware of those who are, praying for them, supporting them whatever way we can, because living the Christian life is really about offering ourselves to care, to love, to serve, and not that attitude, I'm all right Jack or I'm all right Jill, but how do we support and care and understand, or try to understand, those who are going through the tough times. So you'll be able to see behind me, the sunshine is already up here. It's looking to be a great day. We're heading into Funchal later on, hoping. Well, the others want to use a cable car. I'm not really a great heights person, but I guess I will go along, and then we're looking into some beautiful gardens that are in Funchal. So looking forward to a good day. I won't be able to upload this until we get back home, so by the time you watch this, we'll be back in the UK. So anyway, God bless you. Thank you so much for listening today, and I pray that whatever situation you're finding yourselves in with COVID and everything else, that you may know God's presence, His blessing and His peace.